There is a freedom that is found in deep, loving, devoted relationships to one another. There is a freedom that is found in walking together, even through places we are ashamed to admit that we've ever walked in alone. See, real accountability, true fellowship isn't me telling you about my sin. It's us trusting each other to walk together in freedom. True accountability isn't, hey Butch, have you sinned this week? True accountability is when we walk together through our best days and our worst days, through our light and our darkness, where we know of each other that when you fail, I will be with you just as much as when you succeed. See, it's this partnership and brotherhood, it's commitment, it's even covenant that tells the truth about our darkness so that we can walk in the truth of God's light. Fellowship's not how we keep each other in line. It's how we walk together in love, even when the lines seem to have been crossed or when cycles seem to be restarting. The confession of sin and fellowship leads to freedom because it keeps us from being alone. God himself said this, "It is not good for man to be alone," which means we cannot thrive without each other. If Adam couldn't be Adam without Eve, then I cannot be me without you. Because we were created for each other. And Paul says this, carry those things together. He doesn't say, pick it up, you can do it. He says, carry one another's burdens. But that means that we must confess our sins, but we also must share our hurts. It means that we are called to carry together our failures, and when we have been failed, our sins and wounds of being sinned against. We were never meant to get over it, to carry it alone, or even to heal ourselves. We were created for fellowship. That means trusting each other enough to confess our sins and loving each other enough to reveal our wounds. We must open our eyes, our ears, our hearts, and our minds to each other so that we can create relationships of safety that will allow for vulnerability. See, I can't stand here and say, you need to tell each other your darkest secrets. What I can say is, we need to create friendships, we need to create fellowship that is safe enough that when the moment is right, each one of us can say, I've been carrying this thing for a long time, and I need somebody to carry it with me. It's not a command to tell your story. It is a command to create safety that makes stories easy to tell. I think we've flipped it around. We want to demand that the wounded become even more wounded by having to tell the story of their wounds rather than creating safety where finally those of us who carry wounds feel like I can now tell you. I'm ready to hand off this thing that I never wanted to have to carry in the first place.